Hello guys, in this video I will practicing shadowing to become better in English. So let's go.
Well, books are
Wow,
interesting.
wow, you know,
Some
some
aren't. Um,
aren't. Um,
Often I
Often I
dog ear the pages of
go
books that I'm
pages
reading if
book
I
that I'm
find a
reading
line or something,
after a line
that I'd like to remember that
that I like to remember.
I think is
I
important.
think it's important.
And I have some books
You know, I have some books
on my shelves that
in my shelves.
pages are
Pages
dog eared
are
double because
double.
there was a really amazing thought
Really, really amazing.
on one page,
That
and there was
one
a really
page.
amazing
The reason
thought on another
I thought another
on the other page.
on the other page,
Right, the facing page.
the facing page.
And so the whole damn thing is
The, so the whole damn thing,
just nothing but
it's not, it's just not
dog ears.
dog ears.
And then there's
And then
other books where
there's other books
there's zero.
zero.
When I read Nietzsche, for
When I read when I read Nietzsche,
example, there was lots of dog ears
it's a lot of dog ears.
on Beyond Good and Evil,
Beyond Good and Evil,
which is a great book. And
which is a great book.
Nietzsche actually,
Nietzsche actually
he came up with the most
he came out with the most
arrogant statement
arrogant statement
anybody ever
that anybody
made about
everybody made it
himself as an
about himself
author,
as an author,
which is really quite
which is a
impressive
impressive
to come up with the
to come up with
most arrogant
the most arrogant
statement.
statement. You know,
That's really something. And
that is really something.
he was great at
He's a great
coming up with one
comer with
liners, philosophical one-liners. He said,
he said
I can write
I
in a
can write
sentence
in this sentence
what
what
other people,
other people
what it takes other
what it takes other people
a book to write.
a book to write.
And then he said, no,
And then he say,
no,
you know,
they can't even write in a book.
they can't even write a book.
So that's pretty good.
So that's pretty good.
It's like arrogant, and then he
arrogant
topped it.
and topped it.
It's like, yes, this is
Yes, it's like
a man who could
a man who
could really write.
can really write.
Anyways, the problem with reading
the problem with reading
a book like that,
the book like that,
Beyond Good and Evil, say,
the Beyond Good and Evil,
is that every damn sentence is a
sentence
thought,
is a thought,
and deep thought, and so
deep thought, and so reading
Beyond Good and Evil,
reading Beyond Good and Evil,
it's like just
it's like just
constantly being punched.
Constantly be punched.
I mean, partly
you're
punched because you
punched
read
because
part of it and you don't know what the hell
you don't know what the hell
he says, and
he says.
so then you're stupid.
No, you're stupid,
and so that's a punch.
And so that's
punch.
A punch.
And
then
now and then you stumble across something you understand, and
you don't understand.
It's like it's hard on you.
It's hard on you.
He philosophized with a hammer, that he was
breaking
things apart, and there's no doubt about that.
And no doubt about that.
So now and then you run across something you understand.
It's not understand.
And then that breaks you apart because you understand it. And
you understand it.
So and it takes a long time to go through.
And it's take a long time to go
through the book because you have to think about it.
Because you have to think about it.
And God, that's not good.
That's not
thinking
good.
about things.
Think about things.
Well, it isn't because when you think about, you already know everything in some sense. You've got a map that covers the whole world. Which is sort of why you can function. And so as long as everything
things going
fine, you don't really have to adjust your map.
You have to just align your map.
And you don't have to think.
You don't have to think.
But then if you come across
But then if you come across
something that
something
makes you think,
that makes you think,
then what that means
is
that part of
the part of
the way you were
the way of work
thinking was wrong.
is wrong.
And so when you think
So when you think
something,
something,
when you're forced to, then some little part of
then
what you were, your map, the way you represent the world,
you represent the world.
it has to die.
It has to die
because it was wrong.
Because it's wrong.
And then it has to be
And it has to be
replaced by this new
replaced by this new
thing. And
thing.
God only knows how much
God don't know
of whatever it was that
was
there has to die.
Was there.
That's part of the magnitude of
It's part of the magnitude.
their problem. So
problem.
people don't like to think.
People don't like to think.
And so it's hard to read.
It's hard to think.
Difficult books.
Difficult. It's hard to read difficult books.
Like Beyond Good and Evil. Because you're just forced to think.
You're just forced to think.
And think. And
think.
Just exhausting.
They're just exhausted.
You wish that he would just go.
You just wish.
Away.
Go away.
Which is.
Which is.
Why they're trying to.
Why they trying.
Not teach difficult.
Not teaching.
Books in university. Anymore. So that people don't have to undergo the difficult process of actually having to
they have to
think and transform themselves anyway.
And transform them. Anyway, this is very, very bad because I'm not reading the subtitles, but it's a new challenge for me. Subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.